Yo, 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 yo. As I fix the microphone, we are the ill-advised wise guys. It's your boy Uche, got my boy
QDZ for Sheezy. It's way too easy. Beautiful, breezy girls. Girl. That's one of my favorite titles. What was it? Thugger, beautiful girl.
Easy breezy, beautiful thugger girls.
Breezy, thugger girls. That is very underrated title. Very underrated. Might be the greatest of hip hop history.
Okay, slow down, sir. I actually believe that's a very underrated album, to be honest with you. But whatever. We'll get into artists and their albums that seem to be slept on or not so much. But this is episode 103. Shout out to the people. Shout out to us. You know, it's an honor and a pleasure to be at your service, everyone. Listen, we know we've gotten some new guests. We've gotten some new listeners over the last few weeks. The Joe Budden podcast has dismantled. Rory and Maul got their own show, but they're not talking about hip hop. Where else can you guys find hip hop conversations at this level? I challenge you guys. I challenge you. All right. Tune in.
All over the place. Sway in the morning and Shade 40. But no, actually, just look for us.
But you gotta believe it. You gotta believe in yourself. Just make sure you go to the illadvisedwiseguys.com. Google us, find us on YouTube, like the video, like this video, like every video that we've ever put out. It helps the show grow. It helps the channel grow. It helps everything that we're doing grow. We rock with y'all, man. We rock with y'all. Website? I know we used to. Is it still up?
Oh wow.
I don't know, man.
Is it hosted by GoDaddy?
No, probably not. I don't think didn't GoDaddy catch a lawsuit, or am I thinking of another service?
I think you're thinking of something else.
All right, whatever.
I think you're thinking of StreamYard. Psych.
Our show is backed by Squarespace. This is not an ad, but you know, I fuck with them, man. They've been good to me.
All right.
Yo, man, how you doing, man? How's it going? What's new?
Hey, man, I'm doing good. I'm living life. I'm going outside. I cut my beard, man. It's funny. I was like, I need a change. I just want to switch it up. Cut my beard. I always do this. But as of late, I've not been liking it. Actually, my barber yelled at me. He said, yo, man, like, stop cutting your beard. Like, you be looking questionable when you cut your beard. You be looking like a big ass little kid. And he was like, yo, man, like you look way better with the beard. So I'm going to take my little L. I'm not as sexy today. I'm sorry, guys. Hey. But I'll be back. I'll be back like cook crack in 3 weeks.
Yo, check this out, man. The question is, first off, number one, do you believe him that you look better without a beard? And then number two,
no, he said I look better with a beard.
I meant with a beard. That's what I meant. The question is, do you believe that? And then secondly, and more importantly, look at my haircut, guys. I got a fucking high top fade, man. Listen, hey, do you guys like it?
This guy never gets high top fades.
No.
Whoa,
yeah, man,
you look like a black Bart Simpson.
Yeah. Hey, did Bart Simpson have a high top fade?
Bart Simpson had a high top fade. Bart Simpson used the sponge because his hair was all squiggly.
He did. It was spiky. It was like real spiky.
Yeah, he used a sponge. Bart Simpson had dreads.
But, that's funny though. But like you said though, man, I think it was time to switch it up, man. Sometimes you got to switch things up. Sometimes it is necessary. Like new season comes around, you want to travel, you want to experience new things. I don't know about the cutting the beard shit. I'm not about that. Like I hate cutting my shit. Yo, shout out to y'all for real. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like I said before, like the video if you can, share it with your peoples. Share it with your friends. Spread the word, man. This is the Ill-Advised Wise Guys podcast. We're here to talk some hip hop. And if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to our Dream Vision Network channel where we host this show and also other content on ratingsgamemusic.com. Quincy, man. Yo,
we got a new logo,
man.
We got a new logo, by the way. Ratings Game Music got a new logo. I'm about to show y'all real quick. We got a new logo.
Oh, yeah? What's it looking like?
I changed it overnight. Bam!
Put that closer to the camera.
Where the camera at?
There you go. Bad. Now you can see it.
Bam.
RGM.
Simple as hell, but yeah, man, we doing some big things there, man. We doing some big things. Rating music. We got RGM TV. We got album reviews. Blah 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 blah. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. We got
I agree.
We will have the Tyler the Creator album review out soon. Don't worry, we did not forget about it. We're gonna have it out. One of my best writers is gonna write about it, Christina. She's got it.
Yeah, and by the time you guys actually hear and watch this episode, that review will probably be out, right?
And it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be the best review. It's gonna be the best review in American history, probably.
Yo, you do a weekly Trump impression, man. I don't know how I feel about that shit. But continue.
A weekly or
weekly, bi-weekly.
Oh, yeah.
Bi-weekly, my bad.
In the history of America. Yeah.
But yeah, man. So with that being said, before we start the show, we've been getting a lot of questions from artists, indie artists, that are like, yo, man, where y'all reviews go, man? Like, yo, can we submit a song and da 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 da? And I'm like, we appreciate y'all for listening to us, and expecting that from us. But we're on a little break from reviewing music, guys. So if you want us to bring that segment back, let us know, and get in touch with us. Let us know why. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to do some new things in the show. Gonna have some new segments coming up as we sort through some of those ideas. We just trying stuff out, guys. We got to figure out how to grow the show. Indie reviews was one aspect. We loved it. We'll continue to do it if you guys want it, but you guys got to let us know. Gotta let us know if you rock with that.
The contract negotiations, just blame that. The contract negotiations. We try to come to a common place. And I said no. I said I can't keep rating Bad Fish's stuff like he's not that great. No, I'm joking. Bad
yeah,
Fish,
come on, don't
I
do
love
that to
you,
that guy.
Bad Fish. I'm just
Bad Fish is our guy. That's our guy, man.
You. I'm just joking.
As a matter of fact, speaking of Bad Fish, he actually proposed a topic that we're going to do on this show. So listen, if you're an artist, if you're a fan of ours, if you're a supporter of ours, if you got a topic that you guys think we should discuss, hit us up through the DM, send us an email, get in contact with. You already know how to do that. And we might consider it to be on the show, like Bad Fish, man. He's a friend of the show, okay? I may not be the biggest fan of his music. However, I rock with his motivation and his drive. Matter of fact,
I love Bad Fish. Something's wrong with your ears. It's the wax.
I don't think so.
Bad Fish makes good music.
I didn't say it's not. I didn't say it's bad. I said I'm not the biggest fan of his music. That's what I said. All right. But shout out to you, Bad Fish.
Where's my cat?
You calling Cap? You calling Cap? Anyway, man, let's get the show on the road, man. I think it's that time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
With the first topic of this episode, we're going to start the show off by getting into the 2021 XXL Freshman List. I talk about this all the time, how I hate people developing lists because it's their opinion, guys. Like at the end of the day, I feel like lists are to be debated. That's the whole point of a fucking list. If I'm putting together a list and nobody's arguing with me, there's a good chance my list is garbage or it wasn't controversial enough to spark debate. I really feel like lists are supposed to provoke thought. And I think XXL is probably at the forefront in terms of developing lists. And they dropped their latest freshman list, which I think everybody, for the most part, I've heard, disagrees with. But we're going to get into that, man. So Q, on the first initial thoughts on the double XL freshman list, who are some of your favorites? And by the way, I'll list some of these out. We have let's see. List right here. We got Pooh Shiesty, we got Ruby Rose, DDG, 42 Doug, Coyle Ray, Ian Dior, Flo Milli, Blast, Lakea, who I never heard of, and Moray. What are your first thoughts on the cover, some of the people you rock with, and just in general?
So first and foremost, I want to say this. I want to say that I got a good chance to look at all the lists from the past. So they started doing this XXL freshman stuff in 2007. And the one thing I kept looking at was who skyrocketed from each list. Like, who made it big? And as I was going down the line, I saw names like Lupe Fiasco in 2007, Wale 2009, 2010 had Nipsey Hussle, J. Cole, Wiz Khalifa, Big Sean, etc., etc. And I'm saying to myself, from this 2021 list, who do I think can skyrocket? Because it seems like at least a year, every year, at least one. So from that list, right now, Coi Leray, you can argue is the biggest out of everybody, and probably Pooh Shiesty second, or Pooh Shiesty and Coi Leray back and forth. 42 Doug is close. I think 2C is very underrated. He has a chance to blow up, and DDG I think is very damn good. Ian Dior probably should not be on that list to me. I was hearing music from him in like 2018, 2019. But
he's been out for a minute.
But
actually, a lot of these people, some of these people have been out for over 2 years. But like
42 Doug, bro, I've heard him for a while. But
Blast been out for a minute as well, supposedly.
Out of this list, I personally think Flo Milli has a really good shot of blowing up. I'm not sure how long Coi Leray, I don't know how you say her name, but I'm not sure how far she can go. I think she's having a really good year, but I think they love her now, but I'm not sure if she has longevity. Pooh Shiesty is another person I'm not sure about, but Flo Milli, Moray, and DDG are and 2C, maybe. If we can appreciate 2C, I think he'll blow up. But those are the names that I'm looking at that might blow up. And then I never knew how to say this guy's name. BLXST. Is it Blast? Is that how you say his name?
That's what I thought it is and think it is. I don't actually know though. I
still don't even know how to say six Slacko. How you say? You said Black. I can't believe that his name is Black. It has to be Six Slack. But
his name is Black, man. Stop disrespecting that man. He's told us on numerous occasions. He even printed T-shirts that said, "Yo, my name the 6 is a really good B." He's done that mad time. Now he's just being disrespectful.
I call him Joe Slacko, but
Joe, I call him Slack God.
I call him Joe Slacko, but
Slacko.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think it's a good list. I honestly, on first look, I don't really see any superstars on there. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, for me, man, I don't. First and foremost, I think every year there's always like there's a wild card. There's always like, some people you've never heard of for the most part. And for me, I would say this is the first time where I've seen multiple names that I've never heard of. Usually it's only one. Like, and when I say never heard of, I mean musically never heard of them. Because my thing is, everybody's getting on Ruby Rose being here, which I think is valid. It's like, what do y'all see? What has she released that has people thinking she's going to be the next star in music? I don't know if I've heard a song from her. Another one, Lakea. I didn't even know who that was before this list dropped. Didn't even know. I never heard of her ever. Flo Milli. I've heard of Flo Milli. I remember last year there was a huge, what seemed like a campaign for Flo Milli when she dropped that like a mixtape or something. Like, I remember like that it was trending heavily on Twitter one day, and I was like, "Who the fuck is Flo Milli?" And I went and looked, and I was like, "Okay, it's not really the type of music I want to hear, but I could see how there's a lane for this." You know what I'm saying? Given what some of these other women rappers are doing, Megan Thee Stallion and so on and so forth, I see it. It makes sense. And she also seems like she can rap too. So I do think Flo Milli has some talent for sure, and she does have some potential. But Coi Leray, it remains to be seen if she's what I would consider a one-hit wonder. It remains. We'll see. But I will say this though, man. some of the people that I'm high on this list, meaning I actually believe that they have the talent and they could potentially blow given time. I would say DDG. I would say one is DDG and two is probably 2C as well. Moray to me has the ability to really elevate and become a much bigger artist. So if there's a third and wild card person I would throw in there, it will be him. I'm not really certain what I feel about 42 Doug at this point. And yes, I said 42 and not 42. Apparently that's how you pronounce it. And that's according to him. Dude, like overall, this list is kind of average to me. Like, I'm not really seeing a whole lot of stars, a whole lot of like flair. I don't know, man. Like, this is definitely not on the higher end of the XXL list that I've seen from them in the past. It's just not.
This might be the hip hop game these days. The hip hop game is there's not one person that everybody's putting their stock in. They're just kind of putting their stock in a whole bunch of different people. I mean, what I do find very interesting about this list is that, I mean, look at the names. 42 Doug is from Detroit.
Yep.
Flo Millie's from Alabama. Moray's from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Pooh Shicey's from Memphis. Lakaya from Milwaukee. 2C from Raleigh. Ruby
Where's
Rose
he
from Raleigh, North Carolina. And
Ruby
Rose is from Kentucky.
Damn.
Ian Dior is from Puerto Rico. Corpus Christi, Texas. And DDG is from Michigan. It's
Pontiac, Michigan.
Michigan. So hip hop is in a really good place in terms of.
Oh, you didn't mention Cola Ray. You didn't mention Cola Ray. I believe she's from like New York, New Jersey.
She's from New Jersey and Boston. That's what it says.
That's what it. Yep.
So it's hip hop. You know how they said like in the NBA, they always like the big market teams. They're always in the playoffs. And they're always winning championships. Give some love to the small market teams. Hip hop is kind of going that way, giving some love to the small market teams. And so while on a global scale, they may not be the biggest names to everyone, but this is now giving an opportunity for some of these cities to be able to say, we have a star, a potential star, and I'm pretty sure they'll go hard. Hip hop is no longer just New York, Atlanta, and LA. And I think that's the one big takeaway that people should take away from this freshman list.
That's that's actually a really good point. That's a big takeaway. One of the other takeaways that I think I want to add to that list is that I feel with some of these names, with Ruby Rose being one, DDG being another, I would even throw in Flo Millie, but really the first two, it feels like we've actually ushered in a new era of rappers, because my thing is, for us to never have really heard of a song from Ruby Rose, but she have a fucking crazy big social media following. So did DDG. DDG is a YouTuber, a vlogger, turned rapper, and now he's being respected for his music. I just feel like the brand, the image, the influencer aspect of what an artist is bringing to the table in 2021 is now being at the forefront. Like, it's now being rewarded.
That's a good point.
More so than like the music itself.
That's a good point.
And I don't know, and I know a lot of people are going to have an issue with that. There's times where I have an issue with it, but I understand it more importantly, because it's like you have to sell the music. The people got to have a fan base. You know, the people have to have it. We had an interview with the guy named Jazz, who y'all are going to see this that interview at some point. But even with him, we spoke about artists utilizing their social media, right? Artists creating that brand and making sure that their brand matches the music. But some people start out with that brand first, and the music has to catch up, right? These labels and people that are being rewarded are the people who've established brands, and I think that's what we're seeing nowadays. I feel like that's at the forefront.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I think Coi Leroy's brand is strong. Pooh Shicey's brand is strong. Ian Dior, for what he does for the alternative pop kind of route, it's very strong. And then also, if you look at it, you know how we've began to devalue lists. I think that's something that's big in music and just big in the world. Like, we devalue the Grammys, we devalue Oscars. They don't really listen to the culture. I think the XXL Freshman List is starting to get devalued because I'm sure there's a lot of people that could have made this list. Like I think J.I., the Prince in New York, should have probably been on this list. But
Bro, has JID made a list yet? Was he on the last one?
JID did. He made a list like I think 2018. But
Okay.
there's a lot of artists. Like I think that this list, my only complaint, I think is a really dope idea, but my only complaint about this list is that actually I have two complaints. One of them is I think that it takes too long to create that list. So some of these artists, they get them a little too late. Like I don't think the kid Leroy made a list. He definitely should have been on there. By the time he started blowing up, it's like I'm already too big for freshman.
He's too big. He's too big for this.
It's too late now. Or like, you know, just a whole bunch of different people. My other beef is that what F the list, right? They say the names, cool.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest thing about this list was I loved the freestyles. Remember, you got a chance to hear them all.
That's what I'm waiting on. That's what I'm waiting on.
Do I want to see a freestyle of these guys? Like, I mean, it's not their. Coil Roy is not a freestyler, probably. I'm guessing. DDG can rap his ass off. Out of that list, let's look at it right now. Out of that list, who do you think can rap their ass off?
Who do I think can rap their ass off?
DDG can rap his ass off.
I got like DDG. I got Flo Milli. I think Flo Milli gonna go there and spit. Rap. I think she's gonna go up there and spit.
Who else? Ian Dior is not that type of. He's good, but he's not that type of rapper, in my opinion. But
bro, it's really only two to me. But that's a good point. Here's the thing, though. I think last year's list was very slept on. I really think last year's list will end up being one of the better ones. It had some notable names on there. And I was just looking at it. Hold on. Let's see,
Rod Wave,
Polo G. We got Polo G. We got Lil TJ, Jack Harlow, Baby Keem, Rod Wave. There's some other names on there that haven't really got it together yet. One of the other names is 24K Golden. He was on there, right? It still remains to be seen what NLE Chopper is going to turn out to be, what Lil Chica is going to turn out to be, what Fabio Foreign is going to turn out to be. I don't know. It's question mark.
Who's the other one? Lil Chica?
Did I say Lil Chica?
What did you say? You said Lil somebody.
Who did I say? Did I say Lil Keed? I don't even think I mentioned Lil Keed.
Did you say Lil Kiki? The one that made the joint with Paul Wall and he wasn't flowing? Paul Wall wasn't flowing.
What did Paul Wall say? He said, I'm in a car about as low as similar to an ant. What did he say? What did he say back?
An ant, because I'm low to the earth. People's feelings get hurt when they figure out what I'm worth. We thought it was so tight. I think we covered most of the bases on this topic. I think it's time to move on because I'm starting to feel similar to an ant. So next topic. How good can Doja Cat be? And this was a topic that I came up with. My reasoning being, I've been on Doja Cat's coattails. We can't say jock, right? I don't think Doja Cat has a jock. But I've been on whatever the hell you want to hang on from Doja Cat. I've been that. I think, and I'm okay with that. I think Doja Cat is super talented. And I don't think enough people are actually saying how talented she is. So I was like, man, if this is the first time somebody gives her the proper appreciation, so be it. Today, I want to talk about Doja Cat. Doja Cat appreciation. So you started off by I guess the question would be like, how do you feel about Doja Cat?
Doja Cat's great, man. She's a great artist. Great artist. I think with Doja Cat, there's a misconception. There's like a misunderstanding, I feel like. And I don't know if she's done it to the world. I don't know if she initiated this out the gate. I think there's something to be said about being goofy, right? Like, how many women goofy artists are truly out there? Like, how many? Like, goofy. I ain't talking about quirky, because we've seen quirky. We've seen Solange. Solange is very quirky. But she's like reserved quirky. You know, like she's not just random with it, right? We've seen Nicki Minaj, very quirky, but she's also still kind of reasonable in a way. Doja Cat to me sometimes she seems like a little crazy. If I'm being honest with you, in her personality.
I think the better way to describe it, she's a troll.
Oh yeah, that she got that in her for sure. And so with that being said, I think people don't appreciate Doja Cat's music because I don't even think they appreciate her. They don't even think they understand her yet. Like, how many people even understand who Doja Cat is? I know I don't fully understand what she stands for and just like some of the things that she like. I've never seen an interview or documentary. Like, I don't really know. But what I do know is that her music is so good that none of that matters to me. None of that extra stuff matters. Because when you press play on, and by the way, she just dropped a new album called Planet Her. When I press play on that album, I heard greatness. I heard versatility. I heard rapping. I think she did more rapping than I've ever heard her rapping. Like, honestly, I've never heard Doja Cat rap this often on a project of hers. Have you?
She raps not as much as this. I mean, she damn near rapped on every single song on this.
Bro, she was rapping on every song. Like, it was, bro, she sounded like
Kendrick.
She sounded like Kendrick. She sounded like Amine on one song. Then she sounded like freaking
Coi Leray at one song, actually.
Sounded like her on one song. And there was a song where she sounded like the dude from back in the day. What the fuck is his name, man? I don't know why I'm blanking on this, but Corday just did a song with him. Old school artist.
Common.
What's his name? Not Common. Even there's another guy he made a song with.
Q-Tip.
It was in a group. Q-Tip. Bro, there was a song at the end where she was rapping like an old school person. I don't remember the name of that song. But to me, Doja Cat had so much versatility and introspection. She can rap trap. She can sing very well. She can do pop music. She can do R&B. It's impressive, dog. And I think that Doja Cat probably won't be appreciated fully. And I think it's a personality thing. I think it's a personality thing.
Let me ask you this. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Is she right now the best artist right now? And if not, who do you think is
the best artist right now? I think she's up there. I think she's in the conversation.
Most talented artist.
I think if we're having a conversation about talent, she is 1000% at the top. Because how many people even? I'm not. I don't know. I gotta think about that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put her at number one in terms of talent. I gotta think about that because who else raps and sings and has that versatility?
I know one
dude, bro. She sings amazingly. Her voice sounds great. Let me think about that though. Like, I gotta think. Let me see if I can put together like some people who are better in terms of talent.
I have one person that I think can give her a run for her money. Only one person, and I think it's a toss up between these two. Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez is the only person, in my opinion, that is talented enough to give her a run for her money, and vice versa. If I may have Tory Lanez at one, just because Tory Lanez's bag in terms of content is just a little more powerful than Doja Cat's. Like, people hear the Tory Lanez scats and stuff like that and be like, yeah, he's a club dude. But in his last album, he had some very serious joints. Like, he had some introspective joints and things like that. I don't know if Doja Cat has been doing that yet. But going back to Doja Cat, I mean, I think what you said right there, bingo. Doja Cat's voice. Doja Cat is a fantastic singer. Fantastic singer. Doja Cat is also a fantastic rapper. Like, you know how sometimes we're like, you know, Chris Brown, right? Chris Brown can rap. He can drop a verse and stuff like that. And you're like, oh, yeah, Chris Brown definitely can rap. And people like, who else? And vice versa. Like Kanye. I used to always say Kanye, he's a great rapper, but then he also had moments in which he can sing. Doja Cat, do not look at Doja Cat like that. Doja Cat is a good rapper and she is a good singer. It's not like she can do both. No, she is good at both, equally good. And then I think her knack for just making high quality pop hip hop songs is unmatched. Like what Doja Cat is doing is actually, I would consider it pop music, hip hop, pop music. And the way she's combining the two worlds together, I'm not sure there's many people that's doing it better than her. So right now, I generally think Doja Cat, if not one, two, one of either it's Tory Lanez or Doja Cat, you can flip. And another person I think is really good, but she hasn't done anything in a long time is I think that Lizzo is very good, but like she hasn't done anything in a while. But when you're talking about from a talent standpoint, man, she just needs to stop trolling.
Yo,
and it's funny, the two people that I think are the most talented are the ones that got canceled. But
well, I don't know if I want to call what happened to Doja Cat being canceled. I'm not sure if that was like, what was that? How'd you get canceled for 2 weeks? Like, that's not how canceling is supposed to work. Like, when you get canceled, you're supposed to disappear, and then when you come back, you're supposed to explain yourself. Like, nothing happened with Doja Cat ever. But
hey, thank God we're not super famous, because I will do something every week to get canceled. I'm canceled again. Oh, all right, bet.
All right. Let me go back to what I was doing. Sorry, my bad. I'll be back in a week. You know, does Drake is Drake in this conversation? I'm trying not to mention Drake. I'm trying not to mention Drake just at all costs, but like, does he go into that talented conversation? Because I do think that his singing is good enough and respectable enough, right? We already know what he does rapping wise, but I think his singing and when he gets into that bag is good enough to be considered a very talented individual. You know what I'm saying?
I think Drake is very good. I mean, don't get me wrong, Drake is very good, but his singing, let's keep it real. Drake is not a good singer. Let's just be real.
He's like,
can we be honest?
He's
not good.
Look. Here's what I'll say about Drake. I wouldn't say he's not. I wouldn't say he's not good. What I would say about Drake is he meets the bare minimum of what is acceptable for somebody to sing and make me think that, okay, like he's not awful. Like Drake don't sound awful. No, he just doesn't sound great. He's just average at best.
He's when I say, I don't mean it literally like I don't mean it like as in he's a bad singer. I literally mean he's not. I wouldn't consider him a good singer. Like to me,
sure. Yep.
We need to stop. Like sometimes you just got to take a step back and realize like what's good and what's not good. Like sometimes we try to feel sorry for people, or sometimes we just kind of like, just because we feeling something. Like Jacquees, that's a good singer. Trey Songz, that's a good singer. Chris Brown, that's a good singer. There's no way Drake
there's too many great. There's some great singers.
Rick Baez is a fantastic singer.
Summer Walker, great singer.
Summer Walker, Jasmine Sullivan. What I'm telling you,
SZA, even SZA, it sounds great.
SZA. What I'm telling you right now is Doja Cat is one of the only artists in the game right now, even more than Tory Lanez, that I listen to her. That is a good singer. Like that is a good singer. And then I listen to her. Yep. That is a good rapper. Like
yeah, she's better. She's better than Tory.
I don't know which one she's better at. That's the $1 million question. Is she a better rapper than she is a better singer?
She's a better singer. She's a better singer.
You think so?
Yeah,
I think she's because her rapping is
great.
She is probably out of all the. Once again, I don't listen. I'm on her coattails. I'm fine with that.
Get off her jock, man. Get off her young Jockington.
Can I ask you this? Can I be even more disrespectful? Please.
Go ahead.
Can I please be more disrespectful?
Let me hear this.
Is it ridiculous to say Doja Cat is a better rapper than Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion? Is it ridiculous to say that? No. Is it ridiculous to say Doja Cat is actually better than majority of the popping women rappers in the game right now?
Listen. Let me be very clear for people who you're not being, you're kind of dancing around it a bit. Doja Cat is better than Megan Thee Stallion. She's better than Cardi B. She's better than a lot of dudes. Like Doja Cat can rap. Like she's very good.
Can rap. And so that's where I'm like, yo, like we need to really acknowledge and recognize Doja Cat might just be the best artist in the game right now. Right now.
Talented. Like
Talented.
talent wise.
I mean
Talent wise.
talented. Most talented. And so Doja Cat appreciation. Come on,
I,
Doja Cat appreciation day.
I like that, man. I like that. However, yeah, man, I don't know, man. Look, I'm very curious to know if Doja Cat will ever get her flowers. I'm I'm talking about people really appreciate what she brings to the table, like we were just talking about. I see it happening. However, I think she's gonna have to. I don't know. I think it's gonna take a hit. She like if you think about it, all of her hits have been pop hits.
Yeah,
all of them, right? And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just telling you, like, in terms of what Black people tend to anoint,
put
it
respect on.
it ain't somebody making pop music. If we being honest,
Like Doja Cat needed to be on effing problems.
yeah.
Doja Cat needed to be on like a song like because I feel like everybody got their respect after they was on that. Or Doja Cat needs to be on Control.
yeah. I don't know. We'll see though, man. But I love Doja Cat, man.
I would love
Doja Cat.
I would love to hear what our ill-advised wise guys gang is that our wise gang thinks about this. Is Doja? Do you guys see what I see? Do you guys think Doja Cat is the most talented artist in the game right now? Please let us know, man. I really want to know what people think about that.
I agree. Drop those thoughts in the comments. Thoughts not to be confused with thoughts in the comments. And yeah, let us know, guys.
Thoughts in the comments. Hey man, that is exactly how Deshaun Watson got caught up over here dropping thoughts in comments.
What? No. He was dropping thoughts in DMs, apparently.
A DM is a comment.
No, it's not. A DM is not a comment. What are you talking about?
Hey man, what happened to Deshaun Watson anyway? Is he
I don't know.
Is he in the clear or has he been expunged?
Brother, I don't know, man. Listen, Deshaun Watson's doing nothing more than what everybody else who gets canceled does. They go in hiding and then they come back and everybody forgets about it.
Bro, we forget about somebody that's accused of 55 different cases. But anyway,
we're gonna forget. I'm telling because he hasn't been prosecuted yet, right? Come on, man.
Hey, innocent until proven guilty. That's
what it should be, man. Shout out to the people who convicted Derek Chauvin, though. He was guilty, though, not innocent.
Yeah. Get his ass out. He was convicted. After that, F you.
1000%. Let's move on, though, man. Next topic, we got the drama that's going on between Meg Thee Stallion, DaBaby, and Tory Lanez, man. Like,
go ahead and add party on there.
Partisan Fontaine, man. Like, what? It's starting to annoy me, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Here we go. Like, I'm about to go on mute and let my boy Durant. I like to call him Durant when he rants.
Enough of the gassing. See, this is the problem with the culture. We gaslight things. You're gaslighting. Cute, like stop it. You're being problematic. See, that's the other word. You're problematic right now.
There you go. Don't call me angry. Are you calling a black man angry? No, don't do that. I'm not angry.
I'll call a black man angry before I call a black woman angry. See, that's the worst. Don't call a black woman angry. That's a problem. Now, so I'll refrain from calling Megan Thee Stallion angry because I don't want no problems with the hotties, okay? But what I will say is that some of the behavior that's been going on is a little weird. Like, if we just being honest, right? So let's backtrack and then we'll fast forward to present day. So about a year ago, actually, right? I think we're coming up on the year mark where that whole incident between her and Tory Lanez happened, right? We still, as a public, don't really know what happened. We know what was accused of. We know Megan said, yo, Tory shot her. Tory maintains his innocence, dropped an album shortly after saying I didn't do it, went to court, went ghost, right? Like we were just talking about, people go ghost and then they pop back up. Tory pops back up with more music. The fans and nowadays people seem to be embracing Tory. If you notice, Tory Lanez is now out working. First song he dropped was with Chris Brown, right? I actually really like that song. Dope song that he dropped with Chris Brown. Then he drops another song here and there. Now he drops another one with DaBaby, Scat, which again is a dope song. I think we're good. I think we're clear on the fact that Tory drops great music, right? That's never been the question mark. But with the absence of, I would say, evidence and definitive proof to accuse Tory Lanez in the public eye, people, I'm not mad at anybody who is like, I don't want to cancel Tory and I have no problems with Tory until something is definitive. And I think that's where DaBaby stands in this. We seen the back and forth. DaBaby's over here working with Tory. Meg has a problem with DaBaby because he worked with Tory. She's like, yo, you've been fake behind the scenes and da-da-da-da-da. But besides the gossip and the drama, does Megan Thee Stallion have a point? Like, should you feel some type of way with a friend or an artist in any capacity if they worked with someone that you have an issue with? Like, is she out of bounds or is she in bounds? Because I'm leaning more towards along the lines of she's completely out of bounds, right? Like, who are you to block somebody else's business? Like, if DaBaby want to work with somebody else, it don't matter. Like, get over it. Like, the world doesn't revolve around you. It just doesn't. And so it's not cool. Like, it's not cool to, and I'm not saying that nothing happened to her personally, right? We still don't know. She's saying something happened to her. I suppose we should believe her until proven otherwise. However, isn't it innocent until proven guilty? Like we just said, isn't that what we're supposed to be doing? Or is it guilty until proven innocent? Because sometimes I feel like people pick and choose with how they want to assess those types of those things. You know what I'm saying? Well, people pick and choose.
At the end of the day, I mean, it is innocent until proven guilty, because if somebody was convicted of shooting or if somebody was charged with shooting someone and they're not in jail right now, like they absolutely they should be in jail. And if you shot somebody and they know you shot them, you should not really have freedom, in my opinion. You're a menace to society. I'm not sitting here saying Tory Lanez shot her. I told you how I felt about the whole case. I mean, Tory's gonna have to prove something ridiculous to not convince me that he shot her. Now, I don't know whether it's. I don't know what happened in that car. Let me just put it that way. But anyway,
neither does anybody else. But
continue. I don't know. All I know is Megan Thee Stallion came out the car and she was shot. But aside from that, I think what it is in the public's eye, it is guilty until proven innocent in the public eye. And I actually think that Tory Lanez's situation was one of the first times where it wasn't unanimous in the public eye. People still rock with Tory Lanez. That's the thing that's crazy. People, big artists still rock with Tory Lanez. I've seen Tory Lanez work with Chris Brown, Young Blue. I've seen him work with Melly, Lil Wayne, Tyga. I mean, there's several people that are still rocking with him. And I think it really has to do with his work ethic. I think he worked so hard, and he was one of the first people that said, I'm not going to feel sorry for myself. Like, I'm not about to just stop making music. I'm going to keep going. And I think people respect that. But what I do want to talk about is the most overrated thing in life, the most overrated word in life, the most overrated thing, and that is loyalty. I think loyalty in music, the music industry, has gotten so bad that people are now doing things without actually thinking it through just because of loyalty. I mean, think about, think about Cash Money, right? Cash Money, Lil Wayne stood by Baby's side. A good chunk of Cash Money, their popularity has to do with Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was carrying that team. And then when it all came down to it, what happened between him and Baby? Contract dispute. Like, really? I was loyal to you this whole time, and that's how our relationship ends? Same thing, which I'm hearing there's a conflict between Rick Ross and Meek Mill. Rick Ross helped put Meek Mill on to MMG. You know, he's been loyal. Like, when you went to jail, he came back, he lost some money. It's like oh, now we have a contract because I want to get out the contract. Like, and I'm not, there's no knock on Meek Mills, no knock on Rick Ross, there's no knock on Lil Wayne, baby. It's just loyalty has become overrated. Now, what I think Megan Thee Stallion was looking for is loyalty. She said, hey, DaBaby, I have what you didn't mention in your great introduction to this topic was Megan and DaBaby worked together
Yes.
early on. They pretty much both blew up at the same time.
They were on, matter of fact, they were on the 2019 Double XL. They were on Double XL doing
together.
The freshman freestyle together. Right? Yep. They came up together.
They propped each other up. DaBaby was on Megan's album, one of that EP or project or whatever that was.
Yep.
One of the biggest songs on there. They worked together on that Crybaby song. And so there's this underlying loyalty factor with their relationship where it's like you helped me, I helped you. But it's like at the end of the day, growth matters. Like I just can't put all my shells or all my money into somebody that I'm not rocking with you every single day. I'm not DaBaby. Here's what bothered me about the whole situation. Even when they were going on their disagreement, DaBaby explained himself. DaBaby said he did the song with Tory Lanez months ago, before the shooting. And Tory Lanez cleared it. He said, what was I supposed to do? He cleared it. I didn't know that he was going to shoot you a couple months later. And I think that was enough explanation to where you can say, okay, I get it if I'm Megan. You know, and I just think that right there is the issue with hip hop. Megan has I get it. Megan has legitimate reason to be bitter about that. But at the end of the day, it's like, you don't get into the game seeking loyalty from people. I just don't think that's how the hip hop game works. Personally, I just don't think loyalty has ended up bad for most hip hop acts.
But at what point do we? And by the way, I agree with like a lot of the stuff you're saying. Like you're right, loyalty is overrated. But at what point is business business? At what point have we conflated business with personal relationships? Like, why is it that it's fair for her to criticize him, even though he explained himself? Why is it fair?
What bothered me.
Why is it fair for her to still come out and criticize him, even after he explained? It made perfect sense what he said. He's out of control. If that's Tory's actual song, he can do whatever he wants with the vocals that he gave to him. My thing is this. It's convenient for Megan Thee Stallion to want to gain allegiance from people that she feels she should gain allegiance from. I think DaBaby is the type of personality from what I've seen, who doesn't believe that he has to do something that he doesn't want to do. Period. And I think that the culture, our society has bred like a whole crop of people who just seem to just cave at the sight of controversy. Like as soon as somebody says, yo, man, why are you doing that? We just supposed to abide by what the hell they're saying. No, like what about standing on whatever the hell you want to stand on? If DaBaby's like, yo, listen, I made the song and yeah, I wasn't going to promote it, but the man put out the song. It is what it is. It's business. I'm not mad at somebody for approaching shit on that level. I'm not mad at that.
I mean,
I think that the element of what Megan Thee Stallion is doing is very, I would consider immature to basically put her emotions into this conversation when this is actually business that did not involve you in the first place. Well, you were not involved in this.
Here's it to defend Megan. It's a sticky situation. So the reason why I think it's sticky is because it's allegations right now. As crazy as it sounds, she came out with the shot. She had a shot in her leg, but right now it's allegations. So for that reason alone, people can't really be picking sides. But if Tory Lanez was, oh, for sure, Tory Lanez shot Megan, for sure, I think that's stronger if DaBaby worked with Tory Lanez after that and he found out, oh yeah, you did shoot Megan, I don't think it would be appropriate to work with him. I don't think it will be appropriate. I don't think it will be appropriate for anybody to really work with Tory Lanez at that point, because you pretty much shot somebody that is in the industry. But then again, rappers shoot people all the time, so I mean, I guess.
But they don't shoot
women.
Not
supposed to work with people.
They don't shoot women.
That's why the hip hop is just crazy right now. But
it's like, bro, hip hop is crazy. You can shoot somebody, just don't shoot a woman. Just don't shoot a woman.
It's wrestling right now.
But shoot anybody else though. Anybody else is free. Fair
unfortunately,
game, right?
It's unfortunately like hip hop. Us the consumer support so many people that have done bad things. We support in hip hop right now. We support so-called devil worshipers. We support wife beaters. We support people that shoot people. Like, we idolize these people. We support people that are, talking about dead people and there's something like right now, like hip hop is wacky. I'm not gonna lie. It's wacky. And so to see this play out and kind of see the sensitivity, I think that's the biggest thing. The sensitivity that's coming from all parties involved is kind of backwards with what I've been seeing in hip hop as of late.
Yeah, and let me just say this before we move on, because that was well stated. I think it's very ironic, and here's one thing. This is what I'm paying attention to the most, because you and I, we talk about this offline, cancel culture. We talk about all types of stuff, right? Excuse me. I think that for someone who was accused of shooting Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, for him to have not gone to jail yet, for us to have not gotten the story, the actual details of the story yet, for within a year of that incident happening, we've seen all these artists who initially canceled him. Not saying that DaBaby and Chris Brown and Tyga and all them initially did. I'm just saying the public narrative was Tory Lanez is canceled. And within 1 year of us still not getting all the details, you got artists after artists who are backed by major labels be okay with the artists working with Tory Lanez. That tells me a lot. That tells me that, like, we probably will never know the truth of this shit. Because what if in 1 month and within the next 6 months, we found out that Tory Lanez actually is guilty of what he's being accused of? I think that's going to make the DaBabys of the world, the Chris Browns of the world, all the other people look even worse, that they stood with somebody who was not guilty in the public eye to begin with, but later on was proven guilty. I just feel like people are starting to align themselves with Tory Lanez before he's been quote unquote canceled officially, even though we haven't gotten the real news of what happened. It just makes me feel like we'll never know the real story. Like, we'll never truly know what happened.
You know what?
That's my gut feeling.
And I'm going to close it out by saying this. You know what this tells me in the grand scheme of things? Somebody loves you. Somebody loves you. Like, social media has made it to where you can have 2 million dislikes and people telling you they hate you, but then at least 1 million people rock with you. Like, one of the only reasons I think Tory Lanez is able to resume his career is because he's still putting out this content on Instagram. It's still getting millions of likes.
He got a loyal fan base.
You'll get millions of YouTube views. Like, back in the day, it was like whatever they said, we listened. It was harder to figure out if they still got love for me. How were you supposed to figure that out back in the day?
That's real.
It was literally the media and your friends hearsay. But now, if I'm Tory Lanez and I'm like, I'm canceled, let me put out this YouTube video. Oh, 10 million views. Oh, Scat is #1 on the iTunes chart. Oh, they love me. That is what's happening. And I think that's what has allowed people say cancel culture. That's allowed people to keep going. And I think
redemption culture.
That also has allowed Megan Thee Stallion, which I think there is some unfairness in this situation. Let's be honest about Megan. Megan is, at the end of the day, Megan is a victim. Victim of what? I don't know what happened. She was shot. She is a victim. It doesn't matter how she was shot. She was shot. like there should be remorse. There should be. I do think people need to walk that line, and if Megan is asking for some requests like loyalty, respect it, because she is the victim. However you want to carve it. Tory Lanez is not the victim. Tory Lanez is somebody that's a counter defense.
Brother,
that's what he is.
Brother. No. He is the defendant. But if that's what you mean with
yeah.
Like, I don't know who. Yo, listen, I'm at the point with this, to be honest with you, and I'm trying to be respectful because, like, I'm not trying to come across as insensitive. If somebody was abused in any way, whether it involved weapons or not, you are the victim and you deserve justice as needed. But in the same breath, if I'm accused of a crime that was I was falsely accused of a crime. How am I not the victim? I'm just trying to put myself in the shoes of a Tory Lanez. This is what he's saying. I am being falsely accused. In his mind, he's the victim. Not to say that Megan is not a victim. There can be multiple victims in a situation where somebody is falsely accused. And again, I don't know what happened. I'm not trying to act like I know what happened. I'm just letting you know that, like, from what we've seen play out so far,
I mean,
it does not appear like we're going to get the true details.
Saying, but what I'm saying is, in that case, in that scenario, the whole reason this is even a thing is because somebody was shot. Like, the whole reason we're even talking about this is because there was a victim. Somebody that got shot.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I agree.
Whatever happened after that is like defense. But like, the main topic is Megan was shot. How did she get shot?
How and who?
And who? And there's 3 people in the car. Anyway, whatever,
brother. I don't know, and I don't even want to act like I know. Listen, I don't even want to. I'm not here to point fingers.
Listen, just wake me up when the Dateline episode comes on.
Facts, and that might come in about 10 years.
Go in front of the TV with my popcorn and all that stuff.
Yo, you and this damn Dateline need to go get a room.
Dateline.
I'm sick of you and Dateline. But go ahead.
Forensic Files, all that.
Give me first 48. Sorry, give me first 48, and I'm good. But go ahead.
Next topic. Bad Fish. Thank you very much for this topic. Artists that do not have a bad album in their discography. I really love that we were talking about what was the title? It was artists that have perfect discographies. I don't think any artist, not even Michael Jackson, not even the Beatles, has a perfect discography. But I do think that you can say that there's artists that don't have a bad album. Yeah. When I mean don't have a bad album, it doesn't mean it's great, doesn't mean it's good, it's just not bad. So if you put it that way, there's plenty of people I think that I can name that don't have a bad album on their resume. And we can go back and forth.
Let's do that. Let's go back and forth, because I want this to be kind of like interactive, because like my thing is, if once we change the criteria here, right, more names started to come to mind, and I'll give you some more recent ones that like come to mind for me. So I think one of the only people who would actually qualify in that perfect discography conversation, one of the few I should say, would be Kendrick. So Kendrick to me is automatically in this next group of next conversation we have, in which is who doesn't have a bad album. Kendrick is easily mentioned here. I would say The Game is another person. We talking about the documentary, Doctor's Advocate, even Jesus Peace, the 1992 album. Like, the man ain't never dropped a bad project in his life. And I don't care what people say. You can think it wasn't a classic all you want, but to not deny The Game's ability to craft actual albums is blasphemous to me. So The Game is another guy. Who you got, man? Who you got on your list? I got more names. I just want to hear some people you got.
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously, this is debatable, but Kanye, I would argue
he made my list. He made my list.
Yeezus is which not the Yeezus. Yeah, Yeezus. Is it Yeezus? No, the one where he was God.
Life of
was
Pablo.
featured- God was featured on the album.
The last one.
No, God. He had a song called something featuring God. Like this is when
that
he
was
at his peak.
Yeah, that was
crazy.
Jesus. That was
I think
Jesus.
it was Jesus. Okay,
that was Jesus.
That one. Maybe I didn't really like that album, but I wouldn't call it bad. So if you want to do that, Kanye makes my list. Who else makes my list?
You know who makes my list? I would say Travis Scott.
J. Cole.
I would say Travis Scott so far. Travis Scott to me has not really missed yet. Birds in the Trap, Sing McKnight, Rodeo, the freaking Astro World. Like I get it. Some are better than others, but like all of them have been very good at a minimum.
You know who hasn't missed? Beyonce. As crazy as it sounds.
Oh yeah,
great of an artist she is.
Oh yeah,
she hasn't missed. I mean, some are, like you said, some are greater than others, but I don't think anybody can call one of her albums bad. Jay-Z, I mean, actually Jay-Z missed. I think Jay-Z missed. Blueprint 2 wasn't great.
Which one? 3
Sorry, no, Blueprint 3. I mean
3, the one with Kid Cudi on
Blueprint
that joint.
2 was good. Yeah, Blueprint
2 was good. Blueprint
great.
3 was like very mediocre.
Wasn't great.
I even think the album with Show Me What You Got was just like
oh, that's Kingdom Come.
Nah, that album is like, I don't know, bro. Like, come on now.
Kingdom Come wasn't great. And unfortunately, Biggie, I think, has a perfect discography. Actually, he would be, but he only had 2 albums, but those 2 albums were like perfect, great.
I agree.
Somebody,
you know who's on my list of controversially hasn't really dropped bad albums yet? This is a new name. 21 Savage. 21 Savage ain't dropped a bad album yet, bro. Like they've been good. They've been good to really good.
His debut was me.
Issa was good. That's what I would say about Issa.
I would say it was good. And
I think every album that he's dropped since has been very good.
Yes, I agree. You know who did what mother effer don't miss? Bruno Mars.
Oh yeah,
Bruno Mars is undefeated. Bruno Mars may have 3 A albums, even though I didn't give them A's. They aged well. Like,
yo, you giving them the retroactive. You giving them the retroactive A.
Bruno Mars. Woo, Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars. He's fantastic.
Love me some Bruno Mars, man. I got you're gonna disagree with this. I already know. You're gonna disagree.
Don't you dare say Miguel.
Meek Mill. Meek Mill to me, dog, has not dropped a bad I'm talking about Dreams Worth More Than Money. The first one with the intro, he's dropped championships, he dropped wins and losses. Like, bro, the man got a good catalog so far. I don't want to say it's great, but he has not dropped a bad album.
I can give you Meek Mill. Okay. I'm rolling with Meek Mill. Frank Ocean.
You know what? Let me not speak because I got high expectations for Frank Ocean. I wasn't a fan of Blonde personally.
Me neither. But I wasn't a fan of it. Fantastic music.
Exactly.
Music.
So I'll give you that. I'll give you Frank Ocean.
Tyler the Creator. I mean, I actually wasn't hip to Tyler the Creator's earlier stuff. But
I caught on about Flower Boy. That was when I was like actually checking out his albums like in detail. That was when. I believe that was 2017 or something like that.
Yeah.
Believe Flower Boy. That was a great year in music.
What about here's a name. What about 2 Chainz? 2 Chainz makes some fantastic albums.
You know, I thought about that. He actually was somebody I was thinking about, but nah, dog. Like, okay, he drops a lot of mixtapes, but let's name his albums. Based on a True Story was the first one that really like.
I thought
that was the one with Birthday. It's your birthday. Yep. That was dope. That was a dope album.
His second one was questionable.
What was it called?
Let me pull that out.
That's the one I'm forgetting. But the third one was Wrap Up.
Based on a True Story 2.
No, but what was the one where he had the pink?
Pretty Girls Like Trap Music.
That was a good album. That was a great album.
Rapper Go to League was a good album.
Good album.
So Help Me God was a good album. That was his latest one.
I think that second one though is a little questionable.
The second one is the one that probably gets him in trouble.
Yep.
Okay. I think we named a good amount of people.
I got some. I mean, look. We missed a couple people we didn't name. Listen, there's no way we're gonna name everybody. That's why we're gonna need you guys' help. We're gonna need to know from you guys who you think. But go ahead.
I have one for you. Sorry, before you. This is gonna be a controversial one.
Mm.
It is damn. I just had it and I just blanked out. I forgot. Come back to me.
All right. While you think of that, I got two names that I wanted to talk about.
I got it.
Go ahead.
Does Big Sean?
He was on my list. He was one I was gonna bring up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I think that Big Sean. I'm gonna say Big Sean. Yeah, he fits the category because I really don't consider what he did with Metro Boomin an album. I don't consider that an album.
No, I don't consider that an album.
And so we're going off Finally Famous. Come on, man. Hall of Fame. I Decided.
Dark Sky Paradise.
Detroit 2.
For some reason, y'all don't like Detroit 2. You and
I'm cool with Detroit 2. What you talking about?
You and Good.
That's Juice. Like that's bro. That's Juice, man.
Juice don't like it.
He doesn't like Big Sean though. Let's be very clear.
That's true. That's true.
Yo, honorable mentions. Lil Wayne does not make this list because as riveting and as respected and as classic as Carter 3 was, and as you can argue, throw in Carter 2, maybe Carter 1, whoever you are, Carter 4 and 5 are absolutely not what we expected. In my opinion. And I think unfortunately, I think Lil Wayne goes into that questionable category where he does not have a flawless or even like acceptable catalog to me.
Wow.
In terms of albums.
That's harsh, brother.
It's the truth. The truth is harsh. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, what do y'all think? I mean, I need Tupac is another one. I wasn't big on Tupac. Y'all gotta let me know. Yeah. But what do y'all think? I'm curious to know who else has not missed.
Yeah, I'm very curious to hear from y'all. Like some of the other names I was thinking of without going into any detail was like Rick Ross.
Rick Ross has a bad or one or two bad ones.
Which one?
Remember the one where
which one?
Literally, I was thinking about this. It was so bad. I can't remember the name. It was a bad album. I'm a huge Rick Ross.
Okay, so I'm gonna name them off the top of my head. So we got Port of Miami, number 1, and then we got Deeper Than Rap. Wasn't that number 2, or am I tripping?
Deeper Than Trilla was 2.
Trilla was bad.
Trilla was okay. That's not even a bad album to me.
I don't like Trilla.
That's not even a bad album. The Hood Billionaire. That was that album was god awful. That album was.
You know what? I'm not with you on that because I actually enjoyed that album.
Hood Billionaire.
I'm not saying it's great. Oh wait, no. Maybe I'm thinking of a different one. Sorry.
I'm talking about the one that had Moving Bass with Jay-Z.
No.
Presley Boulevard.
I'm not thinking of that. Yeah, that album was bad. I was thinking of the one
bad.
I was thinking of the one that had Cat Williams on a skit. It was like a red album. Damn, what the hell is the name of that shit? Are you looking at his album count right now?
I'm looking at it right now.
Bro, it's called like Supreme. What's that shit called? Oh man. I got you, man. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Not Mastermind.
Nope. Mastermind was pretty decent.
God Forgives, I Don't. Teflon Don. Mastermind. Hood Billionaire. Black Market.
Oh, Mastermind. It was Mastermind. That's the one I was thinking about.
Okay.
Mastermind is decent. It's decent.
That's not good.
It's not great. It's not great, but it's decent.
I think it's a good album.
Yeah.
I think it's a good album.
So anyway, you guys let us know what you think. You know, we've named a bunch of people. I'm pretty sure y'all are gonna cuss us out. And if you don't, I'm sorry, but not sorry. What are some of the people that have great albums or even albums that where they haven't missed? Let us know in the comments, man. Let us know on social media. Get in touch with us. Let's debate. I really want to debate this with you guys because, like, I'm curious. This is a matter of objectivity, I believe, and so we can agree to disagree on some of these names, but let us know in the comments, man. I think we've reached the end of the show. What you think, Hugh?
I think so. I'm sweating.
Tell me about it.
I'm having drug withdrawal. I need to take my drugs immediately.
Man,
yeah.
You too, man. Okay.
I'm talking vitamin C, guys.
Oh man, I got that on deck. Check this out. You got to have the chewables too, man. Look at this big ass bottle.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hey, listen, man. Listen. Once a day keeps the cicadas away.
No, hey, that's CBD.
Look at that, man. Got to have the men's health, man. Hey, stay healthy. Stay healthy, guys.
Stay healthy. Health is wealth.
Health is cool, man. Why isn't health cool? Why are we always rewarding the people who are not healthy?
It's because loyalty done messed up health. All that damn loyalty.
Is that a Megan Thee Stallion shot, man? You gotta chill,
being loyal to pizza. But anyway,
all right, man. Yo, on that note, hey, we thank you guys for sticking, around this long. Again, like the video, subscribe, man. Share this video with your peoples. Word of mouth spreads like wildfire, man. We appreciate y'all for real, man. This is the Ill-Advised Wise Guys podcast. I'm Uche, that's Q. And as always, if you're giving advice, make sure it is ill. Bang.